Have you ever felt like the world is moving just a little bit faster than it used to? There's a specific weight in the air, a rhythm to the news that feels less like random noise and more like a countdown. We see the headlines and get this nagging sense that history is accelerating toward a specific moment. For many, it's a source of anxiety, but the Bible suggests this acceleration isn't a surprise. Jesus spoke of a specific generation that would witness a convergence of events so unique they would signal his return. He didn't want us to live in panic, but in preparation. In Luke 21:28, he says, "When these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near." It's a call to hope. To find that hope, we have to recognize the 5 signs currently converging for the first time in history. The rebirth of the fig tree. In biblical prophecy, one event stands as the master key. For nearly 2,000 years, the idea of Israel returning as a nation seemed impossible. Yet in 1948, the world witnessed a miracle that defied historical precedent. Jesus gave us a specific clue about this in Matthew 24:32-34. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know that summer is near. This generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. In Scripture, the fig tree is a well-known symbol for Israel. For centuries, the Jewish people were scattered without a homeland. Then, on May 14th, 1948, the tree put forth its leaves. This wasn't just politics. It was a 2,000-year-old prophecy fulfilled in a single day. The prophetic clock began to tick. We are the generation living in the shadow of that rebirth, watching a nation that was once impossible become the center of global attention. The explosion of knowledge. While the map was shifting, a transformation of the human reach was also taking place. For most of history, life changed slowly. A person in the year 1000 lived much like someone in 1500. But the book of Daniel 12:4 predicted a startling shift for the time of the end. It says, "Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase." If you look at the graph of human knowledge, it stayed flat for millennia before exploding in the last century. We went from the first flight to walking on the moon in less than 70 years. Today, you carry more information in your pocket than the Great Library of Alexandria ever dreamed of. We are running to and fro in airplanes and digital spaces at a pace humanity has never seen. This isn't just progress. It's a specific marker signaling that the sealed book Daniel spoke of is being opened in our time. The gospel reaching all nations. This technological explosion paved the way for a third sign. In Matthew 24:14, Jesus said, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come." For centuries, this seemed like a task that might take another 10,000 years. There were thousands of languages with no written form, and tribes hidden in deep jungles. But today, the Bible is translated into over 3,000 languages. Satellite television and the internet beam the message of Jesus into closed countries where missionaries cannot go. We are the first generation in history that can technically say the finish line is in sight. The testimony to all nations is no longer a distant dream. It's a current reality. The world is being given one final clear chance to hear the truth before the curtain falls. Global conflict and rumors of war. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by global tension, and skeptics often say, there have always been wars. While true, Jesus pointed to the scale and the connectivity of modern conflict. In Matthew 24:6-7, he warned, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." The difference in our era is the global rumor. In the past, a war across the ocean remained unknown for months. Today, we experience the tension of a standoff in real time on our screens. The 20th century introduced world wars and nuclear threats that could end civilization in an afternoon. This constant state of global labor pains, where the frequency and intensity of these tensions keep increasing, is exactly what Jesus described. The entire world is now a single interconnected powder keg. The groaning of the earth. Finally, we see the earth itself reacting to the times. Jesus continued his description in Luke 21:11, saying, "There will be great earthquakes, famines, and pestilences in various places. The key is their convergence." We see seismic activity and natural disasters dominate the headlines with frightening regularity. We see the fragility of global food systems and the reality of pestilences. We don't have to look far back to remember how a single virus brought the planet to a standstill in weeks. It was a sobering reminder of how vulnerable our sophisticated world actually is. Jesus called these birth pains. Any mother knows that birth pains start small and far apart, but as the delivery approaches, they become intense and happen almost on top of one another. That is what we are seeing today. These signs are no longer isolated, they are converging. A message of hope and readiness. So, how do we live in this generation? The goal of prophecy isn't to scare us, but to give us perspective. This isn't a message of doom for those who know the architect of the universe. It's a message of the ultimate homecoming. In John 14:3, Jesus promised, "I will come back and take you to be with me, that you also may be where I am." He is coming back to set things right and bring his family home. Being ready is about faith, not perfection. Romans 10:9 tells us how simple that connection is. If you declare with your mouth, "Jesus is Lord," and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. It's a transition from trying to save ourselves to trusting the one who already did the work. If you've been feeling that shift in the world, it's an invitation to stop running and start looking up. Talk to God today. It doesn't need to be formal, just honest. If this reflection helped you find clarity, please like and share it with someone who might be feeling overwhelmed. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. How are you staying focused on hope in these times? Subscribe to Hidden Bible Stories for more looks at the truths that matter. The signs are here, the stage is set, and the King is coming. Make sure you're ready to meet him.